Welcome to today's Yin Yoga class. I'm going to do a sequence based on the root chakra. So this is the root that's at the base, and it means exactly that, base or support. So all over the postures today will be focused on that area. Make sure you have some props with you. I have a bolster and 2 blocks, but anything else that you might have around your house can work. Cushions, pillows, blankets, just anything that you think would be nice to support you during your class. We're going to start in a seated position. So you might want to sit onto the edge of a block or with cross-legged, or you can sit on your heels, kneeling. Place your hands on your knees or rest them in your lap. Bring your shoulders up, back, down, and close your eyes. I'm going to start here. Just feeling of grounding as you feel your sit bones against your support. At the same time, you elongate your spine towards the crown of your head. During this class, I'm going to hold postures for a certain amount of time, around 3 to 5 minutes. And in that time, I want to make sure that you're holding at your edge. Goldilocks position, where you can feel yourself in the posture, but it's not too much or too little. For today's class, really focus on that grounding sensation. It will make you feel stable and supported. That root chakra. After you open your eyes, we'll move into a half butterfly. So have your left leg in and extend your right leg out into 45 degrees. So you can have your knee bent. Perhaps you want some support underneath your knee. You can still be sitting on the edge of a block. Another place to have some support is above your knee. This can be at any height. Bring your chin into your chest and then roll forwards to fold towards your right leg. Release your arms. Rest your head onto that prop. Close your eyes. Come into your first edge. Let your right foot fall out to the right. And your left foot, that's the one pressing that root chakra.
Wear this crown of light for you on this August moon. Bring your voice.
Relax your face. Create a slight gap in between your teeth to relax your jaw.
Doors eyes open onto the beach. Bring your hands to the cold. You went
As
out
time
and
goes
came
by, you can
back
always
in,
modify,
and went
go
out
deeper
again.
into your
Collar
pose,
of fur.
or less deep.
I got a bridge to light, leaving in the morning. Maybe I'll leave tonight. If you want, come
Take your breath as
with
long
me
as you can,
on that
as soft
bridge to
as
light.
you can.
What you call a wear this crown of light for you on this August moon.
You're coming to the last breath on this side. Use your next inhale to slowly roll up. Remove your props. And then your choice, you can extend both legs, maybe windshield wipe your feet. You can also windshield wipe your knees, right and left. With your hands behind you, you might want to just open up through the chest, or maybe lift up into a reverse tabletop.
With wildflowers by the front.
Any movement here feels good to release the work from your body. We'll go into the other side. So now extend your left leg, bend your right knee in. Create that 45-degree angle. Again, you can have any support you might need under your left knee to release your hamstring. And then roll forward towards your leg. Place maybe another support above your knee. Maybe it's multiple props wherever you need on this side. So now allow your left leg to completely relax. Let your toes fall out. And bring awareness to the point where your left heel is touching, to where that root chakra lies.
I want folks to come around and sing me songs of you. Remind me of the time that I moved to Ireland just to be with you.
Have your palms facing up. Yeah, there's no tension in your arms You're not trying to go against your leg, pull. You're trying to surrender your body. And the more you surrender into your pose, the more benefits you will gain. With the help of your breath, stay in the present moment. And how this posture feels in your body. Whether you feel it more in the back of your left leg or in your spine. Send your exhales to where you feel it the most. You can always modify your posture, but avoid any unnecessary movements. Only move when your body asks you to. You're coming to the last breaths here. Use your next inhale to roll up one vertebra at a time. Remove your props and release. Again, your choice when to wipe your knees, when to wipe your feet. Maybe just open up your chest or lift up, reverse tabletop. Take your time here. These moments in between your postures are very important as well. As you allow your body to come back to neutral. Alright, I'm gonna move into shoelace. So from here, you can bend your right leg and place your right knee above the left. And this is half shoelace. This is enough for you today, great. You might want to sit up onto a block. If you're feeling okay here, then bend your left knee back and come into the full shoelace. So you stack your right knee over the left. Make sure your knees are in one line. Again, you can sit on the edge of the block as well if you're in full shoelace. I'm going to start with a forward fold. Inhale, and your arms overhead. And exhale, fold. Rest your head maybe onto your knees, or use that block. The block can be above or just in front of your knees. Make sure your sit bones stay on your mat. So you can see you can use multiple. Whatever works for you to be at your edge.
And I take a step backwards and I fall down the same old hills. And I hope that you return to me. It's mighty lonely on my own in the city. Hope I find some better company. With the willing to be caring for my PD. And I do not want to wake up to this shame. But I'm far too tired for these games. We can bury this with all our memories. Right beside the last love that took it all away. And
working into an internal rotation in your hips. Learning as well to stretch out your right glute.
Through the foam, force the skin right off of my white bones, and I lay surrounded by these thoughts. And our tiny fires.
Make sure there's no tension in your knees. Adjust if necessary.
Cause we belong deep inside the blaze, just like we did back in our early days. I move in straight lines and follow cat's eyes.
Throughout this class, you should feel a mild discomfort in the target area. In this case, in your hips and in your right glute. But it should never feel painful. So if at any point you feel a sharp, direct, poignant sensation, then you've gone past your edge.
There's so much more I need to say. As sweet as you were, you turned to be fool's gold in the dark dirt, and you ripped through the house, whirling, tearing everything to the cold ground, and you worked through the foam, forced the skin right off of my wet bones, and I lay surrounded by these thoughts. And our tiny fire, I swear they'll burn someday, and I want them wild and in some place it never rains. Cause we belong deep inside the blaze, just like we did back in our early days.
We're coming to the last breaths. Use your inhale to roll up. 1 vertebra at a time. The last thing that will come up is your head. Stay with your legs where they are. We're going to take a twist to the right. So place your right hand behind you, left hand outside of your right knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist to the right. You won't be here as long. Twist your spine to the right. You can close your eyes. Your head doesn't have to travel far. Make sure you're twisting your whole spine, not just your neck.
First they will bend in the moon, it will send
Perhaps each exhale lets you twist a bit deeper.
down your collar, your bones, they will mend, I know they will.
Mindfully untwist your spine. Take a moment, just twist to the left with a counter twist. And come back to center, and now release your legs. Extend them in front of you. And take a moment to just wiggle with your feet. Bounce out to your knees. Maybe go into that reverse tabletop to release your hips and your spine. Take your time. Fresh blood comes directly to your right hip and glute. Going to the other side. So this time, have your left knee above the right. Start with a half shoelace. So bend your left knee, place it over the right. And notice how this feels. If this feels like enough for you, maybe on the block. Or bend your right knee back and have the full shoelace. It may be that you did full shoelace on one side and you just do half on the other. That's normal. Go to where your body allows you to on this side. Once you're ready, inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Round your spine in. Find a place to rest your head, whether that's a block or your knees. Again, have your palms up so you fold without holding on to any tension in your upper spine. Going back to that root chakra. When it's blocked, physically, you might experience issues with digestion, panic attacks, lethargy, so if you're ever experiencing any of these, take your time to come and do this class. As time goes by, come back to your breath. Make sure it's still soft. With each inhale, you can invite energy into your body. With each exhale, invite grounding. Take the last rounds of breath. And as your next inhale, roll up. One vertebra at a time. The last thing that will come up is your head. Now we'll take the twist to the left. This time place your left hand behind you, right hand outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, twist left. And again, try to twist from each vertebrae, not just your neck, so you can keep your chin more in line with your chest. Make sure you're twisting the rest of your spine. close your eyes perhaps. Lengthen the crown of your head up. Turn and twist it left. Twisting your spine aids with digestion, which is why it's important to and slowly release. Take a counter twist to the right. Come back to center and release your legs. Extend them in front of you. Release the work from your hips, from your left glute. Take your time. Maybe come up into reverse tablefold. Cross your legs and come into a tabletop position. And we're going to move into a squat. From here, bring your right foot outside of your right hand and your left foot outside of your left hand. Have your toes pointing up. Now bend your knees, release your hips. So this is a great moment to maybe sit onto a block. And you can have your hands on your mat or together heart center. Close your eyes. In shoelace, you work with your hips into an internal rotation. Now in squat, you're working your hips into an external rotation.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. It's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here.
Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth.
Here comes the sun, and I say,
keep that space between your teeth.
it's alright. Sun, sun, sun. Sun, sun, sun. Sun, sun, sun.
You are made to anatomically sit in this position.
Sun, sun, sun. Sun, sun, sun. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes.
You're on the last rounds of breath.
Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been.
Place your hands on your mat if they're not there. Lift yourself away from the prop you might have had behind you. Come to sit and hug your knees in. So everything you just opened, now hug it in. Extend your spine up. Good. Going back into that tabletop position. We're going to do a toe stretch and then an ankle stretch. So starting with the toes. Bring your knees together and now curl your 10 toes under. Sit back onto your heels. So you may stay here. This is very intense for you. You can stay with your hands on your mat. Otherwise, I'm going to sit upright. Perhaps you need a block in between your glutes and your heels. That will actually decrease the tension in your toes. Make sure your 10 toes are on your mat. Release your arms on your legs or beside you. close your eyes. Keep your shoulders away from your ear. Once more, your heels pressing into the place where the root chakra lies. Physically, a blocked root chakra emotionally, blocked root chakra might express itself into depression, feelings of anxiety, of insecurity. The physical symptoms I mentioned before, along with these emotional ones. At the end of this class, you should feel like you've released those sensations and feel much more confident, stable, and grounded. Take the last breaths here. Place your hands on your mat. If they're not there, walk forward into tabletop and release your toes. And now you can move your toes around. You can point, flex your feet, maybe tap against your mat. Anything that feels good. You can extend one leg back behind you at a time. Move your heel. Release the work as fresh blood comes directly to your toes. Now we'll go into the ankle stretch. So this time bring your legs together. Sit back towards your heels. And your toes are pointed. Lift your knees away from your mat. So you may lift very little, or you might go higher. You could also have a block underneath your knees so you're not worried about balance. And this can be any height. Release your hands by your side. Maybe your hands are beside you if you don't have a prop, or on your knees. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. With each exhale, relax a new area in your body. This posture can get quite intense quite quickly. So remember to stay at your edge, where it's not too much that it becomes painful. We tend to spend all our day with our feet stuck in shoes. So it's important to bring this movement into your ankles, to the tops of your feet. Allow them to stretch out against your mat. We're coming to the last breaths. If you have a prop, remove it. Lower your knees down mindfully against your mat. Make your way into your tabletop. And then release. It feels nice to maybe just flex and point your feet. Maybe circle your ankles one way, then the other. You might also want to just stretch out through one leg at a time. Or tap out your feet against your mat. Always take what you need here. Maybe it's something completely different that I haven't mentioned. It feels good to bring movement, blood, straight back to your ankles. And to sit towards your heels. We're going to come into a straddle. So you may want to do this sideways on your mat. You're going to open your legs wide. So I like to do it sideways so that my heels stay on the mat. And this may be very intense. You can always bend your knees so much that your feet are flat. Or just have a soft bend in your knees. And maybe have some props underneath your knees. You might also want to sit up onto the edge of a cushion or block. Make sure it's the edge so you're tilting your pelvis forward. That's the intention here. Let your feet fall out. And we're going to come into that forward fold. Bring your chin to your chest and roll forward. And you may have another prop to support you in the middle. Maybe you create a little tower with a couple of props to then allow yourself to fold forward against. Find what works for you today. Close your eyes. Let yourself feel heavy. This is the same idea as squat. We've done quite a few postures where we compress the root chakra area in squat, and now here in straddle, allowing that area to open. Groin area. Breathe into the backs of your lungs. Breathe out and fold forward a bit more.
And the border patrol said I should stick there for a while. It's got my mind in a flood and the light gets dimmer as the world gets cold. So now I'm back in my room, but it looks different.
Notice again whether you feel this more in your spine, in your legs. Send your exhales there. With the help of your exhales, you allow the tension to dissolve.
Cause I came to this world as the child of the dream giver. Trying to work it around the way to the moon.
You're coming to the last breath.
Time must be around, give my word to the grave. Sometimes I wish that
Inhale to slowly roll up. Take it one vertebra at a time. Last thing that will come up is your head. Remove any props you might have used. With the help of your hands, bring your legs together. Same as after squat. Plug your knees in and extend your spine. Now extend your legs forward. Release, maybe move your feet or your knees. Perhaps you want to lift up or keep your hips down but open up through your chest. We're gonna make our way into a deer. So bring your legs out about mat width. Bring both knees over to the right. So your right foot will end up against your left leg. Your left glute is lifted. And we're gonna take it with a twist. So from here, twist your spine to the right. When you can't twist anymore, then lower down. Perhaps onto a bolster or onto your mat. If you're on a bolster, you can take your gaze over to the left. Right here is resting. Otherwise, your forehead can be against your mat or against a block or your hands.
there's a million tangents and twisted.
In this posture, if you need to feel a little bit more, you can twist deeper to the right. If it becomes too intense, you can decrease the twist.
It just needs some sun. So I walk to the city, meets the country, till I'm the only one left in the world. And then I write a few songs that just go nowhere, like this one.
Then looking at our root chakra here. By adding the twist to your spine, working to aid digestion specifically. And other styles of yoga, always looking to do more, to feel more. In yin, it's the opposite. You want to surrender and ground yourself. Take the last breaths here. Inhale to slowly come up and move any props you might have used. Untwist your spine, untwist your legs, and then release. Release your legs, bounce them out. Release your spine. We'll go to the other side. So bend your knees. Now bring both knees over to the left. So this time your left foot is against your right leg. Your right glute is away from your mat. Twist your spine to the left. When you can't twist anymore, then lower down onto forearms. Rest your head on a block. Rest your upper body on a bolster. If you're on the bolster and you need to turn your head sideways, this time to the right. Left ear is on your mat. In this posture, you're creating an external rotation into your front hip, in this case the left, and an internal rotation into your right hip. And this makes this posture great to do after big hip openers. The idea behind Yin Yoga is to stretch your inner fascia. Bring your awareness back to that root chakra, to the base of your spine. Slowly take the last breaths. Mindfully push yourself up, away from your props. Untwist your spine and your legs. Release your legs. Bring them forward in front of you. Move them around. Come into reverse table tall. We're gonna make your way onto your back. Make sure you have a prop like a block nearby. You're gonna need it for your final posture. So come onto your back, hug your knees in, massage your spine a few times right and left. Now bring your feet on your mat. We're gonna come into a supported bridge. So make sure you have a prop. And as you next inhale, well, first align your knees with your ankles. Now as you next inhale, heel your spine away from your mat. And then place your block or prop right underneath your sacrum. So this can be higher or lower. Maybe you use a couple of cushions. Or maybe you start at the lowest setting. Release your arms down by your side, palms up. Close your eyes. And you're literally supporting the area where your root chakra lies. So let it be heavy, heavy, heavy against your prop. With each exhale, allow your body to become heavier against your prop, against your mat. As time goes by, you might wish to adjust your bridge, maybe to go higher. Relax your glutes. Don't move your head to protect your neck. Keep the gap between your teeth to maintain your jaw relaxed. Stay at your edge. It's not about how high you go in your bridge, but about relaxing into it. You're coming to the last breath. Press into your feet to lift yourself away from your block. Remove it and slowly lower one vertebra at a time. Open your feet out mat width and bring your knees into one another. Now lengthen your lower back against your mat.
So everything you just compressed, now allow it to lengthen. You can stay here in stillness for a few more breaths, or once you wipe your knees side to side. So it's good to neutralize your spine after a back bend. Now hug your knees into your chest. And perhaps massage here as well, side to side. Extend your legs forward against your mat. Extend your arms over your head. Take a full body stretch. Hold your inhale and stretch yourself out. Point your toes, open your 10 fingers wide. Exhale everything out. Bring your arms down by your side. Perhaps you want to grab an extra layer of clothing or a blanket. And you'll come into your final Savasana. Extend your legs out in front of you. Release your arms down by your side. Close your eyes. Feel yourself be heavy against your mat. The more you melt onto your mat, the deeper you'll relax. And the deeper you relax, the more you melt. Start to bring some movement back into your body. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles, your wrists. Shake your head gently right, left. Keep your eyes closed. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a final deep, deep hug. Roll yourself over to one side, whichever you prefer, into a fetal position. And then push yourself up to come to a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms together towards center and your chin close to your chest. And you're back in that posture where you started your practice today in. Hopefully, after this practice, you feel more grounded, stable, and confident. Thank you for letting me guide you through your practice today. Namaste.